The Little Bakery. The sun had just started to rise over the small town, tinting the snowy streets with soft shades of peach and gold. Inside the Little Haven bakery, warm light spilled from the windows, carrying the comforting scent of fresh bread, butter and cinnamon. It was Christmas Day, and though the streets were quiet, the bakery buzzed with gentle holiday warmth. Mrs. Elena, the bakery owner, wiped flour from her hands as she arranged the morning pastries, croissants dusted with sugar, gingerbread men with crooked smiles, and warm rolls that filled the air with a buttery hush. She had run the bakery for nearly 20 years, and Christmas mornings were always her favourite. Every day for the past month, she had noticed a boy who stood outside the bakery window just before opening. He was small, bundled in a coat a little too big for him, and his scarf was frayed at the edges. He never came inside. He simply pressed his hands against the glass, gazing at the pastries with wide, hopeful eyes, then walked away when people began to gather. This morning, he appeared again. Mrs. Elena watched him from behind the counter, his breath fogging the window as he stared at a tray of star-shaped breads she'd made for the holiday. His gaze lingered, full of quiet longing. She smiled softly. When she unlocked the front door, the bells jingled, and the boy stepped back as if caught doing something wrong. "Good morning," she said warmly. "Merry Christmas." He nodded shyly. Merry Christmas. Would you like to come inside? It's cold out there." The boy hesitated, clutching his worn gloves. I don't have money." Mrs. Elena's smile deepened with gentle understanding. "Well, it's a special day. And on Christmas..." She picked up one of the star-shaped breads, still warm from the oven, and wrapped it in a small paper bag. "No one should look hungry today." She held it out to him. The boy's eyes widened, startled, then bright with joy. "For me? For you," she said, winking. "And I made it in the shape of a star, so your day starts with a wish." He took the bag carefully, as though it held something magical rather than bread. When he opened it and the warm scent drifted up, he grinned, a huge, bright grin that lit up his whole face. It wasn't just happiness. It was gratitude, relief, wonder, a kind of smile that made the bakery feel warmer than any oven could. He took a big bite, cheeks puffing, crumbs dusting his gloves. "Thank you," he said between bites, voice muffled but sincere. "You're very welcome." He ate at a little corner table while Mrs. Elena continued her work. Every now and then, she caught him humming softly to himself, his feet swinging under the chair. As the morning crowd began to trickle in, the boy stood and bowed politely. "I have to go," he said, holding the empty bag. "But can I visit again tomorrow?" "Of course," she replied. "You're always welcome here." He flashed that same radiant grin and ran out the door, leaving footprints in the fresh snow. Mrs. Elena watched him disappear around the corner, her heart swelling with warmth. The bakery smelled the same as it always did, of sugar and butter, but something felt different, brighter. Maybe it was the star-shaped bread. Maybe it was the boy's smile. Or maybe, she thought, it was simply Christmas doing what it always did, reminding people that kindness, even in small pieces, could fill the world with light.